Good morning, world. Just want to give you a perspective on what's been going on, and that, especially when it comes down to our hardworking men and women who have taken the oath to protect and serve. I feel the need to discuss this right now because we are very vulnerable at this stage now with all this negative energy that's constantly being bombarded. If it isn't some disease that we're hearing about, or some calamity, it's always going to be something else that comes up, right? So, number one, that adds on with the stress out there. And number two, it gives opportunities for people negative energy organizations to come in here and utilize and take advantage of our vulnerabilities. We got to be mindful of that, especially when it comes to situations where, as a society, we rely on our police forces and emergency services to keep us safe. But this time they are very vulnerable right now. They could definitely use your support. I'm not downplaying or trying to shift blame in any way, shape, or form from past incidents with them. As with any design system, you're going to have flaws in it. You're going to have flaws. Number one, because it's designed by humans, right? So we're all prone to mistakes, right? So we got to be able to work with what we have and be willing to improve. That comes your attitude, right? That can help you personally, and it can help you organizationally, and it can help societally. If I'm just making up words here, they're just coming naturally now. But it makes sense in that respect, right? So if you think about it, you have these hardworking men and women who put the uniform on every day, who take pride in what they do, but who are constantly bombarded with anger, frustration. It's a lack of energy focus is what it is. The energies, all that negativity can be focused toward positivity. We need to work with the police and emergency services now, because let's say, for example, if there's another emergency that happens on top of this, we're going to be relying on each other more than ever right now. And they want to step it up. I could feel that they want to step it up, right? It's just their training and procedures look like they're not there from my perspective when I see it. But I definitely see the people that want to make a difference. For every negative person, there's a positive person trying to counteract what happened. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't discriminate, labelate the whole force because of the actions of very few, right? Because you really have people that want to make a difference and provide that good community service and be the police what you expect them to be. But they need your help. They need to know what to get trained on in regards to community services and that, right? They need a direction, right? So, and as a society ourselves, we have the power to help them with that, right? And large numbers in that. I'm not saying go out and protest or anything like that, but what I'm saying, use your energy in a positive way, right? So send your healing energy toward them, and they will in turn get rewarded with that energy coming back towards society and that, because it's all mirrored, right? So if I'm going to give you positive energy, I'm going to get it back, right? So, but on the flip side, if I give you negative energy, all you're going to get is negativity back. And people are not thinking above and beyond. They're thinking, oh, they're getting stuck in the anger, and they're getting stuck in the shock, and they're getting stuck in the resentment. I'm sensing the hatred, some deep hatred for the police. Like, imagine if you've worked your whole life to protect, for the culmination to protect citizens, to know what it means to be a police officer. It's not about always law enforcement in that. Whenever there's a house fire, who's also responding on the scene there. You also got police there. If there are accidents in that, who's responding on the scene there? There's police there too, right? So it's not just, oh, I'm going to make my next arrest in that, and I'm just going to come up on you in that and try to frisk you and try to stereotype you that way. That really isn't, or that shouldn't be their end result. But I see that they're trying to, or I feel like they're trying to move beyond that. My point is that there is people that want to work with their communities because they live within their communities. It's all local, right? So these are the same police, these are the same civil servants that go shopping at Costco with you on Saturday, right? So they live in the same, they live within the same constraints we do, but don't try to play sides. That can't be done. It's all got to be one side. It's like all lives matter. They do. All lives matter on both sides of it, right? So just as equally on both sides of the coin, right? So that is so true on so many levels, right? So just be mindful of the negativity in that is what I'm trying to say to you. And it's all about positive mindsets will get you positive results. I know it's a hard journey for a lot of people. They may have had bad experiences with them in the past, but it only strengthens you, and strengthens society, and it strengthens everybody. It's a shame that some of these consequences happened and unfolded the way that they did. But on the flip side, there's also the opportunity for great change that could help everybody if everybody's willing to think beyond the initial shock and negativity in that and focus on compassion, forgiveness, inclusion. You got to stand side by side with your police, right? Because they're human just like we are. You can't dehumanize them. And the same goes for people on the flip side too. They can't dehumanize any of us, right? So it works both ways in this circle of things, right? You got to be able to counteract the negativity with positivity, and you got to be able to be mindful of that and see that, because life is always going to be throwing negativity at you with negative energy in any form of obstacle, in any form of challenge. Right? This is our time now to unify with our police, with our emergency services, with our governments and that, without the violence, without the hatred, without the bigotry, without the negativity. Get rid of all that. Replace all that with positivity, with love, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, inclusion. That's how you break the cycle.